Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be working on our letter formation and words and sentences now. So you need to go ahead and get your letters, my letters, words, and sentences workbook. We're getting almost to the end of what's in there. I'm so excited, so we'll be getting a new one when we get back from Christmas break. So go ahead and get this, and you need a pencil. I'm going to be using a marker so you can see it a little bit easier, and I'm doing it a little bit different today on this board instead of from the overhead projector, so it's a little bit easier to write as well when I have a marker. So get your book, get your pencil, and we're going to get started. So our letter is J, so you need to turn to this first page, and while you're turning to that, I'll show you in Mapman. Here's our uppercase J, so it has a big line down, and then it curves around, so like a sideways C, little curve. And then we have lowercase j, so it's almost exactly the same, but it's just the placement of where it is on the line. So lowercase j is going to go down into the basement, which we haven't had a letter go down in the basement in a while, and then it has a dot at the top. So we're going to be doing our upper and lowercase j. The first one is our lowercase j, so hopefully you are on that page, and I'm going to get started. So like I said, we're starting in the main part of the house. So it's like a little line down, and then it comes all the way down, and it has a tail, so it's a little curve. So you've got a little line down, and then a little curve, goes down into the basement, and then a dot. Now I want you to go ahead and try. You can fit two more of those in there, so you've got a little line down, and then you've got a little curve. Don't go below that solid line. You want to stop right there at that solid line, and you're curving up, and then a dot. And then one more time. Little line down, and then going down into the basement, little curve, and then a dot. Great job. All right, now we're going to go down here, and these are the J's that mostly that you would be writing. This size, you would never really be writing a J that size. So these should be a little bit easier for you. So again, we're starting in the main part of the house, little line, and then we go down into the basement, and it's a curve with a dot. Again, it's a little line down, little curve, and then a dot. So now we have room for at least 3 or 4 more, so go ahead and practice on your own. We've got little line, curve, dot, little line in the main part of the house, curve down into the basement, dot. Take your time so they look nice and neat. Little line, curve down, dot, and I'll do one more. Little line, curve, little curve, and a dot. And actually, I think that's my best one. So circle the one that you like the best. I like this one the best. You could have also done a couple more if you wanted to. If you want to keep on practicing, go right ahead. It only helps you, right? Great. So we're done with lowercase j. Oops. Now your next page is uppercase j. So turn your paper and go ahead. Oh, look at that. Sonny was just here next to me, and he slobbered all over my paper. Do you see all that wet marks? Oh, Sonny. Okay. So now we're on our uppercase J. And this is a really big one at the top here. So uppercase J goes all the way up into the attic, comes down and around, and it stops at the main house, right? Uppercase letters never go down into the basement. So let's try that. We've got a big line down this time, and a big curve. And then a little line over. Great. Try one more. We've got big line down. Oopsie, got by Sonny's slobber. Big curve, and then little line over. Great job. Let's go down here, practice our J's, more just around the right size. So we've got a big line down, curve up, and little line over. Big line down, curve, little line over. Great. Now you have room for 3 more at least. So go ahead and try on your own. Take your time. It's not any hurry. You can always pause me if I'm going too fast. Big line down, curve, Little line over and big line down, curve and over. This one looks the best to me. It's kind of hard to write like this actually. You should be writing with your back straight, your feet on the ground, your hands perfectly positioned on your table. I have to do this though so you can see how the letter is. Okay. All right, perfect. So we finished our upper and lowercase j. Now comes the fun part, and that's writing our words and a sentence. So go ahead and turn your page. Oh, there goes the dogs. There goes the dogs. They must see something that they don't like. All right, so we're going to write 4 words today, and then we're going to write a sentence. Okay, so let me tell you, remember we've got our hand, and you don't have your hand, but you can watch me tap. You can do it with me, even though you don't have your hand, okay? So I'll remind you what to do. So our very first word that we're going to write is jam. Jam. All right, let me get this closer. So we're going to pound it first. Jam, right? Jam, and then we tap it. J-a-m. Jam. All right, let's try that. Jam. J. Well, that's our new letter. A. That's our vowel. So let's write our word together then. We have j-am. Jam. Jam. Great job. And that's our key picture on our letter card too, right? Okay. Ready for your second word? All right, your second word is jog. Jog. J-og. Jog. All right, let's pound that out again. Jog. J. Well, it's our J again. O. G. G. Jog. All right, let's write it all together. J-og. Jog. Great job. Looking good. All right, our next word is jig. Jig. So we have jig. J-I-g. Jig. Let's try that again. Jig. Ready? J. I. G. Jig. Let's write it together. Jig. J-I-G. Jig. Great job. We have one more to go. One more. This one is jot. Jot. J-A-T. Jot. Let's try that again. Jot. J. Well, there's our J again. A. O. T. T. Jot. Jot. Let's write it together. J-A-T. Jot. Like we're jotting a note. All right, our last thing to do is write our sentence, and look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Oh my goodness. This double line. Well, let's start here. Remember, the mountain means it's a capital letter. So our first word's going to have a capital letter because it's at the beginning of a sentence. Then we've got 2 words, and then the double line means a sight word. So one of our sight words goes here. Another word, and then our punctuation at the end. So our sentence today is, did Tim jig and jog? That's kind of a silly sentence, isn't it? Did Tim, jig, and jog. All right, here we go. Did, d, 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 capital D. I, I. D, d, did. Another D. Did Tim, t, t, T. I, I. M. Tim, did Tim jig. I should really tap it up here, right? J, j. Well, I think we wrote that word jig up here. J, I, g, g. Did Tim jig? And, that's our sight word here. And. A, N, D. That's our sight word. And. Jog. Well, we have that one up here too. Jog, jog. J, g, g. Jog. Wow, that was a long sentence. But let's see what our punctuation should be. Did Tim jig and jog? Well, my voice is going up, right? So that's a question. He's asking us a question. Did Tim jig and jog? Question mark. All right, now you know what you have to do. You have to write that whole sentence together here. Again, on the lines. Did Tim jig and jog? Question mark. See, do we have a capital letter? We do. We have a capital letter with a D. Are we organized? Does our work look nice and neat? I think it looks nice and neat. I did a nice job printing. Hopefully you did too. Do we have punctuation at the end? Well, we have a question mark. That's our punctuation. And all our words, does our sentence have everything spelled correctly? Well, I'm pretty sure we did because we pounded and we tapped all of our words. And it looks pretty good to me. Our sentence structure looks great. You did a great job. This was tough. They're getting tougher because you are learning to read and write so well and pound and tap to figure out any word that's in our sentence. So great job, friends. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you at our next time. Bye.